Underdog Fantasy is the place to play if you're a fan looking to cash in on some of your favorite athletes' performances. Available in over 30 states, including New York, California, and Texas. Just call your shot on higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for your chance to win real money. Use our promo code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app today and turn every bucket into a W.
Karl Anthony Towns, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about it all week out. Where's he on the MVP ladder? You had some people laughing at us. I don't think they're laughing anymore. Because what you're going to hear on the national airwaves tomorrow is that this guy is in the top 3, top 5. Legit. Monster game tonight, man. 32-20, 5 of 5 from downtown. Threading the needle with the passes. It was his court. He knew the court. Go ahead, man. I'm hyped. Go ahead, man. I'm hyped.
CP, yo, I know everyone's going to look at this about the Randall and the Cat comparisons, but can we talk about how Karl Anthony Towns dismantled the Defensive Player of the Year? Can we talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Rudy Gobert had no answer for him whatsoever. And if you're a Timberwolves fan right now, you got to be thinking, hey, they traded for this guy and they traded Cat.
Yeah. Oh.
You got to be feeling pretty bad.
Yeah.
They went all in on Rudy Gobert.
Woo.
And now Karl Anthony Towns. But Cat, man, holy cow. This guy was like, for a guy who they weren't even looking for in the first quarter, just this, they started finding him in the second. And the man was just on a tear. I mean, 10 of 12, as you mentioned. Gets you, 32 points, 5 of 5 from downtown, 20 rebounds again.
20 rebounds in front of Julius and the Stifle Tower. On the court with Randall and Rudy Gobert. And out-rebounds both of them. He doubled their rebounds. Randall and Gobert combined for 9 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns had 20. Unbelievable, bro. Man.
This is the MVP type stuff, man, that you're looking from. And then he gets a 6 assists. This is what we were talking about.
Come on, man.
Man.
Come on.
This is where you watch Karl Anthony Towns and his development of his game, man. I mean, you listen even all week, whoever was breaking it down about who Cat was out in Minnesota. I was watching the putback with Ian Begley. They had John Krasinski on there, man.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how his physicality has changed. That's the big thing that has changed since leaving Minnesota. And you see it, man. Yeah. You just see it, the way that he battles. I mean, even when we talk with Steph said that you noticed that he came correct coming to New York and knowing the mindset that he had to be in, the mission that he had to be on. And so you just see that through and through with Karl Anthony Towns. And he is certainly wearing that New York badge right now. He knows he's wearing the heaviest jersey possible in the league, and he's delivering on a night-to-night basis. I mean, the fact that you go out there and not only do you dismantle the Defensive Player of the Year, not only do you serve it back to the team that traded you, right? You're doing it against a guy that, there's been a lot of conversation of who would you rather keep during this trade, all right? Yeah. We've had that discussion here on KFTV. And Karl Anthony Towns, man, showing why he is top dog, man, and the Knicks, man, are looking good on this side of the bar on the deal right now. Because without him, this offense is not clicking.
This was legit, man. This was legit, and like you said, John Krasinski, the guy, the beat writer who knows him the best, even said he's playing more physical. And with this team coming in here, he had to. You have no Julius, you have no Mitch, you have no iHeart. You got to go out there and bang. You got to do the dirty work as well as hit your outside shots, man. 20 rebounds. He's leading the league in rebounds right now. Rebounding rate, he's at the top of the league. He's a monster right now. And the way he started off this game, to show you the respect level, you had Brunson out there. You had OG Mikal, who you got to respect from 3. They were doubling Karl Anthony Towns out the gate. And immediately, he had a couple turnovers early. Everybody was trying to find their footing. But he had some nice dimes to Mikal Bridges. He dimed up Mikal Bridges like 3 times in this game. And he settled in. He took 2 shots in the first quarter, bro. But I thought the second quarter, when things really started to break open, I mean, the Knicks outscored the Minnesota Timberwolves 41-18. This was a Timberwolves defense that, as of late, was red hot. And I don't know, like, what's more impressive, they dropped to 41 in the second, or they dropped 27 on the 41 with Brunson on the bench. And I thought that was a good job by Mikal Bridges and the Knick guards in Campaign and Deuce McBride. Campaign in particular pushing the pace up. He starts getting it going. You know, when Campaign lets it fly, that he's locked and loaded, right? Deuce. But I thought Mikal Bridges, man. I thought Mikal Bridges, Cat is going to be the story, but Mikal Bridges was vital to this victory. With no Josh Hart and Jalen being slowed down by the Minnesota defense, Mikal Bridges was lights out. 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and him, along with Cat, had a monster second quarter, bro.
Look, Stan Van Gundy said it right on the broadcast. All the new guys played well tonight. Even though, the Timberwolves didn't, the team, for the most part, itself was lackluster. Julius showed up. Bridges showed up. Cat showed up tonight. But without Mikal Bridges tonight, I mean, he was red hot from the start. Okay.
Yes,
and the way that he too was surgical in how he was dissecting this T-Wolves defense. I mean, getting to the mid-range, just moving off ball, when his defender's not even paying attention, he's just shading over a little bit to the left, to the right, and getting open threes.
Yeah.
Right? How about the pass from Brunson to him, just cutting down the lane, moving in transition? It's stuff like that for Bridges where, yes, he can create his own shot, and we're seeing him now get into a rhythm and him now feeling comfortable on this team. You see that swagger for him on the court, looking over to the bench, whether it's doing his 3-point celebration, even give you like those puzzle looks like, wait, is that me? Is that me? How about the one where he gets fouled and he knocks down the mid-range jumper in the second quarter? It's stuff like that where you start to see him really starting to shine through, and it's just taking a little bit of time for him to get together on offense. And I think defensively too, man, you're starting to see this guy come alive as well. I mean, the point of attack defense has been better. It's not what it has been yet when we've seen him out in Phoenix, since he was out in Phoenix, I should say, but his defense is just stepping up too. Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, the 2 guys carrying the Knicks to the win. I mean, look, this guy went 12 of 18 from the field, 4 of 8 for downtown to get you 29 points tonight. He too got 6 boards and 6 assists.
Vital.
Right? Bridges was also surgical next to Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Vital, man. Because, some of those 6 boards, those are heart boards. You got to get those heart boards, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he grabbed 6. We'll talk about Precious, who stepped in for Hart. Precious grabbed 10, but 12 of 18 from the field, 4 of 8 from downtown. He continues to have a monster month of December is Mikal Bridges. He's locked in. That's a great sign for this team. I want to see once Hart does come back, does Mikal continue to stay hot, especially with the second unit where he can get more opportunities offensively. But to step in with no Hart and Brunson being limited, they needed that. They were down by 7 in this game early. They started turning the ball over. It was a little like, I'm like, I don't like how this is going. Julius starts showing out. I thought Mikal really stabilized things until Cat started just going ballistic. So that was a great sign. I thought the times he defended Anthony Edwards, he did a great job as well. His defense overall was good. That's a positive sign. He had a team high plus 35 tonight. And sometimes you got to take the plus minus with a grain of salt, but when you take the number with what you saw on the court, you saw it. Defensively, offensively, Mikal Bridges was great, man. Cat's the story. Mikal Bridges is on point tonight, man.
Absolutely. And look, the thing about Bridges is that, we look at Cat and what he did in that second quarter. Bridges was consistent throughout every single quarter in what he was providing you. Yeah. And it's stuff like that where, you're going to have guys that are just going to go off in a certain quarter, whether it be Brunson, Cat, even sometimes OG, even Bridges himself. All these guys can go off. But the fact that you could just constantly ride, it's like, okay, it's not Cat. Okay, Bridges is going to come down here. He's going to figure something out, whether on or off ball, and get it done. And even with the steals that he was doing, man, or just causing havoc in the passing lanes, dude was just all over the place. He was all over the place tonight, man.
Yeah.
Bridget, if he's going to be playing like this team is going to take another step. Is going to take another step in the direction that we want to see when we talk about being ready for championship contenders. If you're going to have Mikal Bridges be the two-way force that he has been over the last few games, then this team is going to reach other heights. And if you think about when Mitchell Robinson comes back, this team is getting poised to really, shake up the league, man. It's just like the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Milwaukee Bucks had, a tough start to the regular season. They win the cup, and they're looking like a different team, especially after last season too.
Yeah.
Knicks, we're talking about an uneven start, but now it seems like they're starting to get their footing, man. But this is the thing. We saw some 2 solid games, right? I mean, they had a lot of time to rest, recover, and get ready for this game against Minnesota, and you better believe that they had this thing marked, all right? They went into this game, no, Cat's going to be home. They know what Randall was going to come through. Same thing with Dante. We already know what the preseason game was about.
Yeah.
So they had enough time to circle this game and get ready for it. Now, as a season's game back into this every other night, or you only have like 1-2 nights off, now it's the time to build off this type of production, because we've seen it we've seen this before, where you come out and you can demolish the Orlando Magic. We've seen this where you come out and demolish the Denver Nuggets, but you can't come out and give us a letdown game and be like, now we're going back to square one over again. Yeah. It seems like they're getting on that square footing, man. Yeah. That right footing, I should say. But they just got to keep moving forward.
Awesome. Quick. This is the perfect way for everybody to move on from the Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns conversation for good. In a salary cap league, it's not about who's the better player. It's about what's the best investment. A 7-foot stretch big who can pass the ball, who's not ball dominant, is a better investment than a 6'9" ISO scoring ball dominant Julius Randle. So going forward, I mean, everything that Julius Randle did for the Knicks was amazing. But today he showcased the great and the bad of Julius Randle. Started out hot, doing everything amazing, and then he goes into those spin cycle things that he also does. Yeah. And then also really played defense. So again, what he did with us was amazing. If he was a $30 million player, $35 million, maybe even 40, perfect. But that's not what he was going to be. Yeah. Leon made the right call. Karl Anthony Towns, forget the points. This dude is rebounding like Dennis Rodman out there. I don't know.
He's a monster, man. He's a monster. He's rebounding like Shaq.
But all in all, though, I'm still a little bitter about the NBA Cup, but, we move on. Everything's all good. It was a great game today, though.
Great game. Great call by LD. Rate that call in the chat, man. I thought that was a 5 right there. I thought it was a 5.